ladies and gents. This is Phase 1 Readiness, and I'm Adam. In my, I guess, opening statements on other videos, I shared the fact that I'll do videos including my failures. Well, that's what I want to talk about today. I had a, for lack of a better word, a catastrophic failure in my medical supply area. What happened was I had supplies that I purchased at least 10 years ago, if not longer, and they were stored in this big plastic box with wheels, and they sat in there for about 10 years. Every now and then I'd open the lid, and that's about it. Well, I had two things stored in there. I call them liquid medical goods, and I also had dry goods medical supplies. And what happened was I have a gallon jug of iodine, and that entire gallon developed a hole in the bottom and filled up the bottom of this bucket. Well, fortunately and unfortunately, I learned some very good lessons. Inside this bucket, I had 6 other Home Depot cheapy tool cases with supplies put in them according to category. This was surgical. And the iodine, which really surprised me, the iodine sitting in the bottom of this container, not even touching these boxes, caused the hinges on them, these hinges, to completely rust. I mean, they're crumbling. I had one box that I touched it, and it literally fell apart. I'm talking eaten all the way through all the boxes. Inside of some of these boxes, a few items that had metal on them, it was hit and miss. Some of them just completely rusted through. Some of them had no issues. I'll give you an example. I had packs of leatherwork needles, and my dog's coming to visit. Leatherwork needles, and you could have a needle that was just totally rusted through, and a needle looked like it never been touched. Then I had containers, vet containers of B12 supplements for animals and horses. Hey guys, give me a break for a minute, okay? Shooting a video. Go outside and find me some mice or something. Anyways, different bottles with metal lids on them, and they got trashed because this iodine, just the vapors from it, ate through those metal lids. I would expect that out of storing calcium hypochlorite. That's another video for another time, but it really surprised me. I had the alcohol wipes in there, those little alcohol wipes that you use, and unfortunately they were in the bottom and not in any containers, and they were just saturated with the iodine, some gauze, things like that. So my mistake, that is my failure, and I want you to learn from that. Check your stuff. It's not only about rotating food, it's about checking up on your supplies. I'm not a big use by whatever date kind of guy. I figure that if it's bad enough that I'm getting into these medical supplies, there are no other choices out there, so I'm going to use what I got. But I've got to just say that I really am surprised that this gallon of iodine destroyed all the metal products in this box, on top of soaking things. But what I plan on doing in the future, when I was younger, when I was early into prepping, I used to buy big items in volume. Since that time, several years ago, I switched to putting this stuff in smaller containers. The theory being that if it's in a smaller container and one container goes, you don't lose all your product like I did here. This was a newbie mistake. I mean, I bought this a long time ago. All the supplies in here. Newbie mistake, and I want you to learn from that. I didn't check my stuff. So check your stuff. Rotate your food, but also check on all your other supplies. And if you can, break them down into smaller containers so that if you do lose one, you don't lose it all. Okay, this is Phase 1 Readiness, and I'm Adam. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share it on another page. In the future here, I will be creating a Patreon channel and a Facebook page. Facebook page to just cover other stuff to talk about and in prepping worlds at the intermediate to beginner level. And the Patreon page, whenever I do create it, is going to be based on intermediate on up to expert level topics more in depth on subjects, things I can talk about there that I can't talk about on YouTube. They don't like it, and education type things that I come across. All right, guys and ladies, thank you very much. This is Phase 1 Readiness, and I'm Adam. Have a great day.